Hi everyone, welcome to Kimber Creations. So I have a really cute idea, um, a recycling idea, repurposing, trash to treasure, however you want to word it. And this is using um, the Oreo cookie tray that your Oreos come in. This was um, the lemon pack or something that hubby had. And so I thought, why not try to come up with something and reuse these things instead of throwing it out right away. So I made a base for it to sit down in. I also have a belly band and thought this would be really cute for gift giving. You can fill it with an array of different things, and it just depends on what who's it for and what you wanted to use it for. For an example, it will hold little snack packs here. It also can hold Tic Tac pack fairly well. If you're into swaps and stuff and you want to give little gifts, you could, it holds little stamps. You could put stickers in there, ephemera, whatever. There's little, these are those miniature post-it notes, or that's what I call them, little miniature post-it notes. You can fill it with pens and pencils. What else? You probably do nail polish, tea bags, maybe K-cups. I didn't bring a K-cup down to see if that worked. So there is all kinds of ideas. You could even, if you didn't use the belly band, you could put a glue bottle in there. If you wanted to keep it at your desk, and I'm sorry for my arm being in the way, I'm trying to work around my phone, but you could easily, hold your stamp pads or something that way. It's not like heavy duty, obviously, but you could, I guess, put your remote in there. There's just an endless ideas. And you could, use the crinkle paper, which I did this myself. I have a paper shredder, so I make my own crinkle paper. And, you could put that down in there. Just, excuse me, like I said, there's all kinds of ideas of what you could, fill it with. And so, anyway, I'm going to give you the measurements that I used. Really, really simple. I'll also give you the measurements for the belly band. When the belly band is on, it just, hold on a second. It is a little snug, but it does work. And it just lays over like that. I think this would be really, really cute. And then you can decorate your band however you choose to. You could put, like, if you're filling this with tea, excuse me, or things like that, you could put that on there. Just, let your imagination run wild. And so let me put this aside, and I'm going to show you what you're going to need. All you're going to need is a piece of, I'm using the craft cardstock, and it's the 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. And if you're wanting to, if you're wanting to decorate around a simple decorating idea, then I've got 5 strips of decorative paper, and they measure 1 by 12. And you're also going to need a 6x7 piece of paper. You can have it all matching. You can use, um, different, however you want to decorate it is what I'm trying to say. And then for the belly band, you're going to need 2 pieces, one that measures 1¼ by 11 and 1¼ by 6. And that's really all you need. And then, however, all the extras that you want to add to it. So let me show you really quickly, or try to, how I made the base. I'm not going to necessarily show you how to make well, I don't know. We'll see what the time, what kind of time I have here and how far I want to go. So first of all, you're going to lay it on the 11-inch side. Excuse me. And you're going to score at 3/4, 3/4, and then you're going to score at 2. I'm going down a couple times because this is a little thick. And then also at 9, I've got a cheat sheet over here that I'm working off of also. 9, and then 10¼ Okay, then you're going to turn it to the 8½ side, and you're going to score at, let's see here, I want to make sure I'm telling you right, 1¼ oops, make sure I'm getting the right one, 1¼ well, I wanted to come out of the groove there. And then your last score mark is going to be at 7¼ Okay, so then I'm hoping that you can see that it's going to look like that. So what you want to do, you can do it either way. You can go ahead and fold on your score lines, which, let me get this out of the way real quick. We'll go ahead and fold on your score lines. And then I'll show you. Really, really simple. Okay. So then you see that you have like this little square, well, more of a rectangle. And you're just going to go ahead and cut on all 4 of those lines on each of the sides. And you are going to need some type of adhesive. I use Hercules tacky glue, and that works really great. You could use, I know a lot of you use art glitter glue. I hear that's really good. I've never used it, so I don't know. You could use your red line tape, something that's going to hold it up. And keep it sturdy. So then what I did is just on the edge here, on all 4 of the little flaps here, I just went in and I snipped the edge a little bit. I'm sorry, I'm hoping that I'm in frame here. So I just go up and I snip that little edge. And that one might need a little bit more. Okay. Then you're going to get your adhesive of choice. And I'm just going to go ahead. You could cut these off if you wanted to, but I kept them on this little piece here just to give it more stability on the sides there. So you're just going to glue those pieces, fold that flap over. Well, goodness. Anyway, gonna make sure that it's lined up really well. I'm trying to do this in a hurry. Do the same on this side. Get it in there really well. And then you're going to glue this little flap and roll that over and press down. If you're using wet glue, you know, it will take just a little bit. And so then you do the exact same thing for the other side. Like I said, this is like really, really simple little tray idea. And get this one lined up. And do this flap here. And press that down. Okay, so there is your tray. Now, if you didn't want to decorate anymore, there you go. You put your tray down in there, and you're good to go. But I did want to use up some paper, so then what I did is I took 3 of those strips of the 1x12, and you will be cutting some of this off, but you're just going to attach them. You don't have to. I didn't really measure how far into each one of them. Maybe like, I don't know, a ½ inch or so, maybe an inch. You've got plenty of wiggle room, I guess, once you start wrapping this around the outside of the tray. And then I just added some here. And then it makes this really long strip a lot easier to work with. And then what I did is I kind of started in the middle on one side. It doesn't really matter where you start. I just preferred that, I guess. And I just started gluing it into place. And I just kind of eyeball like in the center of the brown there. And then you just continue to glue that. If you didn't want to use wet glue, you could use your, like, oh, if you have like a tape runner, you could use that as well. And I just press it over, well, press it over the corners like that. And then just continue working all the way around. I'm doing this quickly. You'd probably take more time. I feel like I'm all thumbs right now. And I didn't line that up really well because I'm in a hurry. Actually, I'm just going to put it on the box. I kind of know where it's going to go. So you just continue to go all the way around. This might even work easier than trying to mess with that strip. Okay, put some here. And then you'll see that you will have some extra here, and you just kind of cut it off wherever you'd like to. And glue that down. I'm probably not in frame, and I apologize. So there is the sides. That kind of bubbled because I don't have enough glue on there, but anyway, you get the idea of how that is. And then I just laid that inside piece right down in there. I didn't worry about gluing it down or anything. So then and then you put your tray inside. And then if you want to do a belly band, I just took the one piece, the long piece, the 1 1/4 by 11, and I just kind of centered it there, wrapped it around, and just kind of creased it in a little bit. And then you take your other piece, the 1 1/4 by 6, and you attach it to that. And I left just a smidgen. I didn't go like all the way to the, whoops, I didn't go all the way to the edge. I just left like a little space there. And get this wrapped around here. And you attach it like so. Whoops. Well, this is what happens when you're trying to show on camera and you're trying to get done quickly. So there's that, and it will slide slide on and off. So then I take, oops, let me get this out of the way. I take those other 2 strips of the 1 by 12 and I take one of them and I just, again, kind of eyeball it like so. I guess I do need the glue on there. Put some glue down. You would take your time with this. I'm just, again, going quickly over it. And then just wrap it around. Get some glue on the sides there. Do the same thing to this side. Oops. And I went ahead, this is where that second piece, I guess you didn't need it. Really don't need this one. You could just use the extra off of here. I'm sorry. If you wanted to cover that up, or you could just leave it go since that's the bottom of it. But I like to finish that off and have it all the way around. And you just lay that down there like so. Again, just snip it off. Glue it down. Now you're all ready to fill it. You can finish decorating it however you want to, and it makes a really, really cute presentation for your gifts. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. Sorry that it was a little bit long, and I hope that everything made sense. And let me know what you think. If you've enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up. Share this video with others. And have a wonderful day. Until we see you again. Thanks for watching. Bye.